Ever open an email that felt like a pushy sales pitch? Like you clicked out of curiosity only to be hit with something that screamed, buy now in all caps. No context, no connection, just a desperate attempt to get you to hand over your credit card. Yeah, we've all been there. And let's be honest, when you're on the receiving end of that kind of email, what's the first thing you do? Well, me, I click delete, maybe even unsubscribe, because no one likes feeling like a walking dollar sign. But here's where things get tricky. When it's your turn to sell something, suddenly you're stuck. You don't want to be annoying. You don't want to sound desperate. And you definitely don't want to be that person whose emails make people hit unsubscribe faster than they can say spam folder. So, what do? How do you actually sell through email without feeling like you need a shower afterwards? That's exactly what we're talking about today. Because here's the truth: email marketing works. In fact, it's one of the highest converting ways to sell anything online, but only when you do it the right way. And that's what we're chatting about today, my friend. Hey there, I'm Rachel Starr, ex-wedding planner and recovering people pleaser turned your community strategist. And not too long ago, I felt a bit like Angela, planning a Dunder Mifflin party, trying to make things perfect, yet wondering if people would actually show up and enjoy themselves. That's when I discovered the real game changer: community building. It's the key ingredient to everything. Whether you're launching your next course, growing a podcast, or creating a space where people want to connect and engage. Each week, we'll roll up our sleeves and dive into the essentials of community building, from virtual events and workshop planning to fresh, innovative strategies for fostering real connections, all without the party planning community drama. Whether you're just getting started or ready to level up, you'll find practical tips, expert interviews, and real-world insights to help you craft a community that fuels your next big move. So if you're ready to get inspired and transform the way you build connections, you're in the right place, friends. Let's dive in and master the art of community together. Hi, friends. Welcome back to Your Community Strategist. I'm Rachel Starr, your go-to for all things community building, summits, and email marketing that doesn't make people cringe. And before we get into today's episode, I've got to shout out our sponsor, the Strategic Community Co-op. If you're tired of trying to build your community in a vacuum, this is the place for you. We're talking co-working sessions, executive resources, deep dive workshops, and an actual support system to help you grow. Basically, everything you need to create a thriving, engaged community without spinning your wheels. Sounds good, right? You can check it out in the link in the show notes. And let's get back into the episode. Let's start with something important. Social media is not the best place to sell. I know. It feels like that's where everyone is. And don't get me wrong, social media is great for visibility. It helps you get discovered, build brand awareness, and start conversation. But here's the problem. Like we've talked about in the past, you don't own your audience there. Social media platforms decide who actually sees your content. You could have, let's say, 10,000 followers, but if only 2% of them see your posts, what's the point? The algorithm changes constantly. What worked last month might not work today. Your account could be shadow banned, deactivated, or worst case scenario, hacked. And poof, your audience is gone overnight. But email is different. Your emails go directly to your audience's inbox. No algorithm, no middleman. When someone joins your email list, they're opting in, which means they actually want to hear from you. People check their email daily. In fact, studies show that the average person checks their inbox 20 times a day. Let's talk real numbers for a second. Email marketing has an average ROI or return on investment of $42 for every dollar spent. The average email conversion rate is 3 times higher than social media. People are 6 times more likely to click on a link in an email than on a social media post. So, if email is so powerful, why isn't everyone making bank from it? Well, here's the problem. Most people don't know how to sell through email without sounding desperate or robotic. Maybe you've sent an email before and heard nothing but crickets. Or maybe you feel like your emails are going straight to the spam folder. Either way, you're not alone. The issue isn't email itself, it's the way most people approach it. They either avoid selling altogether because they're scared of annoying people. Yeah, that might be me. Or maybe they go fully infomercial mode and their emails feel like a used car salesman yelling at you through the screen. Both of those approaches will tank your sales. But don't worry, I've got you because when you sell the right way, email becomes your most powerful tool. It feels natural, valuable, and personal. And that's exactly what we're about to dive into next. All right. Now that we've established why email is still the best sales channel, let's get into the heart of what actually makes it work without making you feel like you're begging people to buy from you. So, what's the solution? Serve before you sell. That means value first, pitch second. If your emails are just endless sales pitches, people will ignore them, unsubscribe, or worse, mark you as spam. But if your emails are full of useful insights, relatable stories, and actionable advice, people will actually look forward to opening them. Here's the mindset shift. Selling isn't tricking someone into giving you money, it's helping them solve a problem. Let's say you're a fitness coach. You could send an email that says, I have 5 coaching spots available. Sign up now. Or you could send an email that says, most people fail their fitness goals because they don't track their workouts. Here's a simple 5-minute habit to help you stay consistent. Which one do you think builds trust and makes people more likely to work with you? The second one, right? Now, let's chat about the magic formula for selling without feeling sleazy. So, we've covered why email is such a powerful tool, why serving people before selling is key, and what not to do when writing sales emails. Now, let's get into the part that actually makes this work. I call this the magic formula for selling without feeling sleazy. Because here's the truth, selling shouldn't feel forced or awkward. It should feel natural, like the next logical step for your audience. If you want your emails to convert without making you feel like a pushy salesperson, I want you to follow the simple 3-step structure. Number one, teach. Give a quick win or insight. Before you sell anything, you need to give people a reason to trust you. The easiest way to do that, teach them something useful. A quick win or valuable insight immediately positions you as someone who can help. For example, if you're a social media coach, you could share one simple trick for writing captions that gets more engagement. If you're a fitness expert, you could share a 5-minute morning routine that boosts energy. Or if you're a community builder, you could share the number one way to increase engagement in an online space. The key here is not to overwhelm them. Keep it simple, actionable, and something they can implement right away. And here's a pro tip. The best quick wins are things that make them think, wow, that was helpful. What else does this person know? That's how you build trust and make them want to hear more from you. Number two, relate. Share a story or struggle they connect with. People connect with stories, not just facts. If you want to make your email engaging, bring them into an experience. Think about this. How often do you read an email or social media post and immediately tune out because it feels, well, generic? Your audience doesn't want just information. They want to feel like you get them. And here's how you can do that. Tell a relatable story about a struggle they've faced. Describe a challenge you had and how you overcame it. Use casual conversational language as if you were talking to a friend. For example, boring generic email. Community engagement is important. You should focus on building a more engaged space. Like, duh. How about an engaged, relatable email? I used to think more content meant more engagement. So I spent hours creating posts, but nobody responded. It was cricket. Then I realized the problem. I was broadcasting, not connecting. Once I made one small tweak, everything changed. You see the difference there? The second one pulls the reader in and makes them feel like they're not alone. And if you can make one reader say, oh my God, same, you've won. Because when they feel like you understand them, they're way more likely to trust you and take action. Number three, invite. Present your offer as a logical next step, not a desperate plea. All right, here's where most people panic. We've given them value and made it relatable, but now you actually need to sell something. And this is where people either freeze up or overcompensate by going full on infomercial. And here's the thing. Selling should feel like a favor to your audience, not a plea for them to buy something. When done right, your offer won't feel like a sales pitch. It'll feel like the natural solution to the problem you just helped them understand. So instead of saying, my course is on sale, buy now before it's too late, try, if this resonates with you, you're ready for the next step. Here's how I can help. Or maybe something like, want a step by step plan to make this happen? You've got to check this out. Notice how these feel like an invitation, not a demand. That's the sweet spot. If you've done the first two steps well, teaching something valuable and relating to the struggle, the invitation will feel natural, not forced. Now, let's put it all together in a simple example. Let's say you're selling an online course about growing an engaged community. Here's how your email could flow. Step one, teach. Most people think the key to a thriving community is posting more content, but that's actually not the best way to boost engagement. Here's what works instead. Step two, relate. When I first started my community, I made this exact mistake. I spent hours creating posts, and guess what? Nobody responded. It was beyond frustrating until I made one small shift that changed everything. And step three, invite. Inside my course, I walk you through this strategy step by step so you can skip the frustration and start seeing real engagement right away. If you're ready to take your community to the next level, check it out here. See how smooth that feels? No awkward begging, no pressure, just a natural invitation. Now, before we move on, I want you to think about your next email. Instead of starting with, what can I sell? Start with, what can I teach? Instead of writing at your audience, talk to them like a real person. And instead of pushing an offer, invite them to take the next step. When you start serving before you sell, believe me, friend, everything changes. But here's the thing, even the best email strategy can fail if you make some common mistakes. And trust me, I've seen them all. But before we get into them, let's take a moment to learn about my go to email platform, Flowdesk. Hello, brilliant minds and creative hearts. Are you ready to take your email marketing to new heights? Discover the beauty and power of Flowdesk. Flowdesk is more than just an email platform. It's where design meets efficiency, helping you create stunning, professional emails that truly reflect your brand's essence. Say goodbye to bland and hello to breathtaking. With user-friendly templates and intuitive design tools, Flowdesk makes it easy for anyone to craft gorgeous emails. Whether you're announcing a new product, sharing a newsletter, or engaging your community, your emails will look like a work of art. And the best part? Flowdesk offers flat rate pricing. That means unlimited emails, subscribers, and all the creativity you can muster with no surprise fees. Join the thousands of entrepreneurs, creatives, and business owners who are transforming their email marketing with Flowdesk. Create emails that your subscribers can't wait to open. Start your journey with Flowdesk today. Receive 50% off your subscription now. All right, welcome back, friends. Now that you know how to sell without feeling sleazy, let's talk about something just as important: what not to do. Because even the best strategy can fall flat if you make common email mistakes that turn people off, make them tune out, or worse, unsubscribe. These mistakes can kill your sales before they even begin. And I see them all the time. So let's break them down and make sure you're not accidentally sabotaging your emails. First up, the never ending pitch. Every email can't be a sales email. Look, I love a good sales email, but if every single email you send is a sales pitch, people will start ignoring you. Think of it this way. If you had a friend who only texted you when they needed something, how long would you keep responding? Exactly. Your email list isn't just a transactional space, it's a relationship. If all you do is sell, 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 your audience will start treating your emails like noise. But you can fix it. I want you to follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of your emails should focus on value, stories, and connection. Only 20% should be direct pitches. That way, when you do send a sales email, it actually stands out and feels exciting, not exhausting. Number 2, no clear call to action. If people don't know what to do next, they'll do nothing. Imagine reading an amazing email, engaging, valuable, inspiring, and then nothing. No clear next step. Your audience shouldn't have to guess what you want them to do. If you don't tell them exactly how to take action, well, they won't. A great email always ends with a strong CTA. Want them to reply? Tell them to. Want them to check out your offer? Give them a direct link. Want them to download something? Make it easy. But you can fix these mistakes. Before you hit send, ask yourself, what is the one thing I want them to do after reading this? Did I make that clear? If your CTA is weak, your email won't convert, no matter how great the content is. And number 3, too long, too boring. If it feels like homework, they won't read it. People don't read emails the way they read books. They skim. If your email looks like an endless block of text, or worse, reads like a corporate memo, people will check out before they even get to your offer. I want you to use short paragraphs, bullet points, and bold text to keep things scannable. Make it fun and engaging and personal. Write like a human, not a robot. People should feel like they're reading an email from a friend, not a lecture. So before sending, do the skim test. Scroll through and ask, does my email look overwhelming? Can someone get the main point in 30 seconds or less? Would I actually want to read this if it landed in my inbox? If not, trim the fluff and make it punchier. Number 4, forgetting to personalize. Make them feel like you're talking to them. Nobody wants to feel like just another name on a list. If your email sounds generic, they'll get ignored. Even small touches can make a huge difference. Use their name. Most email platforms let you add personalization. Reference something specific, like their last purchase or how they joined your list. Use casual conversational language. Talk to them like a real person. Here's an example. Boring and personal. Hi, everyone. I wanted to send this quick update about my new program. Much better solution. Hey, first name. I was thinking about you today, and I know you've been working on enter specific goal. Here's something that might help. See the difference? One feels mass produced, and the other feels like a real conversation. So I want you to read your email out loud and ask yourself, does this sound like I'm talking to one person or to a crowd? Would I send this exact email to a friend or client? If it sounds too formal, tweak it until it feels personal. So let's do a quick recap here. If you want your emails to actually convert, here's what not to do. Don't send only sales emails. Give value first. Don't forget a clear CTA. Tell them what to do next. Don't send long, boring emails. Keep it fun and easy to read. And don't sound like a robot. Make it feel personal. When you get these things right, your audience will actually look forward to your emails instead of dodging them. All right, let's bring this all together. If you take one thing from this episode, let it be this: sales don't have to be sleazy. When done right, your email should feel like a favor to your audience, not a pitch to their wallets. You're helping them solve a problem, guiding them towards a transformation, and making their life easier. And now I've got a little challenge for you. I want you to send one value packed email using the teach, relate, invite framework. Teach something helpful, relate with a story or personal insight, invite your audience to take the next step, whether it's replying, grabbing a resource, or checking out your offer. If you've been overthinking your emails, this is your sign to just send one. You might be surprised at the response you get. Okay, friends, I want to hear from you. What's the best email you've ever received? Was it funny, inspiring, so good you couldn't help but take action? Hit reply and tell me. I seriously love hearing these stories. And if you're looking for bite-sized, actionable strategies to improve your circle community, from boosting engagement to structuring your spaces, check out my video series, Quick Tips for Circle Communities. These short, no fluff videos will give you practical tips that you can start using today. Find them in the show notes. And if you're looking for deeper support, expert resources, and a space to collaborate with other community builders, course creators, and business owners, the Strategic Community Co-op is where you need to be. Inside, you'll find exclusive templates and frameworks to streamline your strategy, live workshops and Q&A sessions to get your questions answered in real time, co-working and strategy sessions so you can actually implement what you learn. If you're serious about building a thriving community and making email work for your business, now's the perfect time to join. If you're already on my email list, you know that birthday season is in full swing in the Starr household, and now it's finally my turn. Tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm turning 46. And to celebrate, I'm giving you a gift. From now until midnight on February 23rd, you get 46% off your co-op membership because birthdays should be fun for everyone. Join now and grab your 46% discount before it's gone. Just hit the link in the show notes. Thanks for celebrating with me. And now let's go build amazing communities together. Until next week, bye, friends.